Welcome back to another episode of Intimate Conversations, and I have Shadow Soul here with me today. You want to introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. I am Shadow Soul. You might see me from TikTok, Instagram. Stay away from Twitter. Well, it's a pleasure to be here.
It is a pleasure to have you. And today's topic is what it's like dating a chosen one. So let's get into it. What is it like?
What is it like dating a chosen one? It has to feel like alien, like something you never experienced before. Um, someone has done their inner work. Someone has someone who has done their inner child work. Someone who has a certain level of understanding of how the relationship dynamic, the basic level of how relationships should work. And dealing with someone who's healed is different because a
Mm,
lot of people, I'm not saying a lot of people, but a lot of people come from trauma and they haven't really dealt with those situations. So everybody just in this dating pool, this cesspool of trying to connect with people when they don't really know themselves. So dealing with someone who actually knows themselves is, everybody say I want a toxic situation, like I want toxic sex or something. Like, you have no idea what it means to be with somebody who know how to treat you soulfully, spiritually, mentally. That's something different.
that's what's up. And what would you say some of the signs are? Well, first, do you date outside your spirituality?
I tried it.
How did it work?
I'm still single.
Well, you answered that question real quick. Oh, he's single, ladies. So you won't date outside your spirituality. It's a no. It's a solid no. It's a hard pass.
From experience, I would say no.
No,
Only because how can two walk if they don't agree?
that's true. That is very true. And would you? So, what are some of the signs that people still have more inner work to do?
Jealousy,
Mm.
attachment issues, detachment issues, um, expectations.
What do you mean by expectations?
People set unrealistic expectations based off of reality that was taught to them, kind of like the Cinderella fairy tale type of
Mm.
thing. Like, we are in a process of deconstructing everything we was taught. So your ideology of what you think you want in a relationship might not be what you really want in a relationship, is what was brought to you. So
Makes sense. Makes sense. What about the spiritual baddies? You ever come across any of them? Because there's some
spiritual,
spiritual toxic people out here. Let's just be honest.
and I was one of them. I
I used to
mean,
be one of them.
because once you get to understanding how like this dynamic works, it's a different level of narcissist. And I would like to say that because people think, like, once they know they got it figured out, they start dealing with people that they know they can play with or know that they can manipulate in a way, kind of like testing their powers a little way.
Mm.
And I'm brave enough to admit that I used to do that when I knew I had the advantage over you and I knew I had your game plan. And I knew I had you figured out.
Mm.
I didn't mind having puppets.
Mm. Oh, wow. And then you grew from that.
Had to, well,
Mm-hmm.
life, life,
Life start life.
life will happen to you, and you'll reconsider being the villain
Mm.
because everybody has their villain season.
Absolutely.
But when it's the tables turn, because they will, everything will come back. That's the law of the universe. What you put out, you must come back to you.
Absolutely.
So I had a few tower moments that back to back to back to back that, okay, I get it. I get it, and I'm ready to be on the other side of the
Mm-hmm.
healing process.
Absolutely. What started your healing journey?
That book,
That book?
that
That
book,
book did
that book
it?
did it.
Wait, since you mentioned the book, tell us about the book. Show us the book. Oh, you
I
got
can.
yeah.
I'm just gonna
Tell
say
us about the book.
the name of the book is "Should My Best Friend Be My Wife," and that really kicked my spiritual journey. Um, I was in a relationship with someone that I just knew that was it. When a man makes up his mind like this is it, I don't want nothing else, he's solid on that. But just because you feel like you're solid on it, that doesn't mean that that's how it's about to play out.
Mm.
So this is before I did shadow work. This is before I knew who I was. This is me living a fairy tale, the American dream, having a wife, white picket fence, big house, wife. Like that's what I wanted to have with this woman, and she didn't want it. You talking about a shock to the? I'm like everybody was like I want a good man. I want a man that take care of the bills. I want a man, and I was like I feel like I was all of that.
Why didn't she want it? Because I'm nosy.
She didn't want it because her soul desired something else. It was something spiritually I wasn't giving her. I was giving her what everybody would want in a
Mm-hmm.
relationship, but also that's half of the story. So when you start tapping into your spiritual side, a person has to feed that too. And we realized we was not on one accord with that.
Wow.
So I proposed to her and everything, and she agreed to it. But after that,
It went downhill after
it
that.
went downhill. I was like, because I did a grand gesture. I proposed to her in front of my family and her family. I invited her family. Like it was
I
huge.
love it.
It was rose petals and in a heart shaped field. It was I did I
Y'all
did
hear that, men?
I did my
Take notes.
I did my thing just for it to not pan out the way I wanted. So I think if anything, I felt like a lot of embarrassment
Mm.
because I was loud with it. I was like, "This is what I chose."
You did it publicly.
I put it on Facebook.
Ooh,
I put it on
you was
Facebook.
letting everybody
I was
know.
like, "This is mine." And she psychologically like, it's expiration date.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm like, instead of being on Facebook and just venting, I'm like, take my pain and my learnings and put it in a
Mm-hmm.
book and make money off of it.
And that's what you.
I'm gonna make
Hey,
money off my
you gotta
pain. I'm gonna
monetize
make
it.
money off my pain and suffering. You hear me?
You gotta get a reward. You gotta recycle your pain, and you gotta get a reward for it.
But what people don't understand is I'm happy that happened because I wouldn't be the person you looking at today that had to crack my hearts to open it to feel.
Mm.
So I'm forever grateful for the pain because a lot of people want to regret it, and a lot of people want to stay in a position of this person did this to me and they hurt me or they broke me. I was like, why? And that person was the only one that could get you
Mm.
back on your journey.
Yeah. A lot of people get stuck there.
A lot of people
A
still there.
lot of people, they just get
That's why
stuck
my
there
name
forever.
is Shadow Soul
I love it. I absolutely love it.
because I know what it means and I know how it feels to feel like you gave your all to someone and you didn't receive that energy back.
Mm.
But at the same time, that's what you asked for. You asked for a grand awakening. What else was gonna wake you up?
Hmm. Yeah.
Get it together.
Get it together. You got to get it together. You spoke on this before, and I just want to touch this topic.
I'm here.
People healing men healing their mommy issues. Ooh, let's get into it.
I thought mommy is. You know I'm getting dragged right now on Instagram for that.
About that,
Yeah.
look, let me tell you from experience. I was dating someone that had mommy issues, abandonment issues. And I kept saying, I am not about to pay for the sins of your mother. And that's what I was doing, paying for the sins of his mother. I couldn't be trusted because he could not ever trust the first relationship you have as a man is with your mother, and vice versa for women. Like, their first relationship is with their dad. So if you couldn't trust your mother to provide the basic necessities of life, or she abandoned you, it's an issue. So you automatically don't trust women. So I, for years, was paying for the sins of his mother, and I was like, I can't do this.
And I think the issue right there is you don't even know that you are. Mm-hmm. That's why I say all black people, all melanin beings, seek therapy, because you have no idea what you're putting out in the world and what's causing that suffering. And it really could be just as minute as mommy issues. That's why I say mommy issues 101, and people laugh. I'm like, everything you hate about a woman has a source. It could have been a sister, it could have been an auntie. But mostly, how did your mother treat you? And what did she didn't do for you? What are you still holding on? What did you wish she could be? Was she a good mom? Was she a bad mom? Did she hurt you? Did you was able to vent that? Or did she tell you to shut up? Did she beat you every time you felt like you had emotion? Now you're dealing with somebody that was emotionally abusive. So now you're dealing with that. So now every woman that you deal with lines up with that because that's what you're used to. So it's like, why is every woman emotionally abusing me? Go look at the source. People don't want to look at the source.
That's deep. I always say when you want to get to the root cause, you got to dig at the root of the tree, not at the branches, not at the leaves. You got to go to the root.
Dr. Umar said it. He said it on one of his lives. It was like, you think everybody rushing to reveal the skeletons in their closet? He's like, no. I was like, well, and I took that and I was like, well, it's time for them to. Because if we want to have a new world and if we want to have a better change, it all starts within. And a lot of our men are suffering and we don't know how to treat women, literally just because we don't know how to forgive our mothers or our sisters or any woman that caused us some type of pain.
That's deep.
And I'm here with it.
That is really deep. Like, what would you say if you wanted to encourage other men to, like, go within and look inward?
No, I like this. You have no hating in your heart when you love a woman. That was probably the happiest times in your life when you was in love. Get back to that.
Okay.
Get back to it.
I feel like people just don't do inner work no more. It's scary. It hurts.
It's hard.
I always tell people, like, look, it's not easy.
I cried for 2-3 months straight. No one knew. But I had to purge that out. I had to want to see. I want to be better. And what helped that was also having a daughter and realizing she deserves to have a healthy dad. She deserves to have that masculine energy that was going to be able to help her and guide her and not be hurt and pass down that hurt to her. Mm-hmm. And I don't think men understand how they pass down their hurt to their daughters by teaching them to be overly masculine. Overly masculine.
Wow.
They're already going to have a piece of that. It's all about balance.
It's all about balance.
Nah, I ain't shit. So I'm going to teach you how to not date these ain't shit. But I'm going to make you be super protective, super hard. So when the right man steps to you, he got to bow down to you. But the right man know how to make the most masculine woman be submissive. But you weren't taught how to be submissive. You was taught how not to get played.
Right.
How's that working for you right now?
That part. That part. You like, how's that working out for you right now? Yeah, that's true. That's some real true stuff.
I'm gonna sip on that one.
You gonna and you sip as you should. Let me ask you this: do you feel like every man should take time, stop dating, go on a celibacy journey. Yeah.
You've been
Find,
investigating me. Nah.
find himself because let me tell
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
You think everybody should? Every
Oh,
man should?
definitely. Listen here. You don't know who you are till you realize that you're not. Once you stop sharing your body with someone, you can ask any man right to this day. How many times have you turned down sex from somebody that you wanted to have sex with? You're not going to get a high percentage that said no.
No, because the men are easy.
Men are easy.
They're very easy.
Men, you are easy.
I walk past with a dress on, blink my eye, smile, and then yeah.
You call women easy. You have to work for that. You have to take her out on a date. She ain't got to take you out nowhere.
But look, they say, look.
Wait, all she got to do is walk up to you, grab you.
But they're saying that they don't. Oh, I don't want women that are ran through. And I'm like, honey, the men are. Listen,
but
look,
you ran through.
You ran through. You're for the street.
You don't think you community? You okay with it though because it made it popular because you rap about it. Because you get hit 100 girls in a year and that's cool with you. Sound like a whole lot of mommy issues.
A whole lot of mommy issues. They super easy. I'm turned off by super easy men. Like, if every big butt and a smile turns you on and she ready to knock you down and you ready to go.
I've been in Atlanta for less than 24 hours and I've done seen enough.
You seen enough in 24 hours?
I've done seen enough. Less than 24 hours. But you have to understand, like, that's where you got to start having value for yourself and start having respect for yourself. And celibacy will teach you that. It will open up your eyes to realize the people that are around you don't really want anything from you. Can't do anything for you.
Mm-hmm.
And you set your principles really low. You set your expectations really low. Real 3D-ish on, like, how she look.
Right.
How she perform in bed. Can she cook? That's it. That's like how she is a mother. I'm like, it goes deeper than that. But if that's what you're gonna be hung up on, every woman got that.
Right.
What makes her different? What separates her from anybody else? If that's your standard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then you attract women that use you. Because they know how to be that. Women are smart.
And we are.
Women are smart. And they gonna figure you out. And then now you hurt. Oh, she only want me for my money.
Hold on, let me touch that. When I hear a man say, women only want to use me for my money, let me tell you what triggers in a lot of women's head. Real talk. Then they end up, they genuinely like him. And then now they're like, oh, let me pay for this date. Let me pay for this vacation. Because they genuinely like him. And now they're like, I just want to prove that I'm not here for the money. Ladies, don't go in your pocketbook. His lack of discernment for previous partners has nothing to do with you. I always tell women that. It has nothing to do with you. That's a him problem, not a you problem. Because I hear it all the time. Women just want to use me for money, and you're still going to take me on dates.
Because that's what you lead with. You don't allow them to see you. You're not that much confidence in you, but we was taught to provide, right? So let me show you that I can provide. Wait, what's her last name? Like, do you know her? How about you get to know her before you show them what you can do for her?
Right.
So now she see what you can do for her. She ain't dumb.
Right. And money is the lowest frequency.
It's so easy to lead with money. And that's why it doesn't work out. Because once you stop having it, you realize, like, who am I?
Right.
Who am I without money? Who am I without my ego? Who am I without the materialistic world that I feel like that attract women? And it's going to attract the women that you want, but it's not going to attract who you need. So when it's time to do that shadow work, when it's time to really face yourself, when all of that goes away, you stuck with you. Do you still like you? Is you good enough to be out there in the real world and date? Or no, you need that Lamborghini, or you need that Bentley, or you need a 100K, or you need all of this flashy stuff to keep a lifestyle. And you're going to attract the women that want that lifestyle too. But what about the substance that your soul craves? You're not getting that. So now all women ain't shit.
Right. We all in one bunch. You like, and we sip. You did a video on something that was really dope. We finna get into
Oh
it.
my god.
You ready for the smoke?
Yo.
Galactic love. Ooh, yeah, let me take you there. Wait, hold on first. Do you feel like we are just a hypersexual community? Like a hypersexual society? Everything is just hypersexual.
Oh, very. But what are you doing with that energy? Because it's a very powerful energy, and they learn how to manipulate it to work on their frequency. What can we do to reverse that and make it work for us instead of against us? Take your creative, take that sexual energy and put it into you and start to be creative, start to learn, start to educate, start to heal, start to feel, start to change your direction, start to change other people's direction. With just that energy alone, you could change the world. But they learn how to captivate it. There's a reason why porn is free.
You think porn hinder relationships? Come on, we want to hear it. That's another story for another day.
You want me to get in trouble? Like they already coming to snitch. Men don't like me. Men don't like me.
No, you
don't
tell
like
me
me.
tell us what it is.
Just like it desensitizes you from how powerful sex is.
Mm-hmm.
They made it entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like everybody want to be entertained, but you're not really understanding the spiritual aspects when it comes to sex. So when you finally want to be with someone intimate, how can you? How can the human body separate the difference of releasing dopamine in someone else and over again for entertainment? But now you're supposed to do this with someone just on a personal level, just me and you.
Right.
How can you separate the two? It's really hard.
Mm.
Most can't do it. The ones that can, most can't. So now we're looking at it. It's like most men learn how to have sex. Porn.
Oh wow.
That's how we learned it. We was like, well, we don't know what we're doing, but we could see a visual, and she looked like she's happy, and she looked like she's excited, and she's doing all of this. So this got to be the way.
Mm.
So men wasn't taught how to have sex. Our ego did. Our ego was like, yeah, we know what we're doing. And then a woman not knowing her body went along with the porn too. So now women start waking up like, no, I don't like that. And men was like, what are you talking about? You have to unlearn everything. We're in the process of unlearning everything.
Right.
So unlearn how you learn how to have sex too. True. Oh, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Because once you remove sex, that's another thing. Who are you? Celibacy. That's
the way to go.
You see how I brought that back around?
Celibacy. Let's get into the celibacy journey. Wait, so you've been on a celibacy journey?
Renewed, yes.
Renewed?
Yeah.
Okay. How long did it last?
8 months. Last year. 8 months.
I said I was doing 6 months. It ended up lasting like 7.5 months. Somebody broke that, or you had a set date and then you was like, this is how long I'm going? Because I just woke up one morning and it was like, and it's time.
I felt like it was in motion. I felt like it was predated. I felt like it was already going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It was with a person that I no longer talk to.
So while you're on a celibacy journey, you feel like people should date, or you feel like they should just be learning themselves, finding themselves, doing some inner work?
When you're on your celibacy journey, abstinent journey, you are finding out a lot of things about yourself and what you like and what you dislike. And also in other people, you reflecting on old relationships like, okay, I like that version. I like that in that person. Or I like this. I dislike this. Or I always say dating is recording information, recording data for what you really want. and being able to manifest that. So pulling back from that energy or pulling back from people opens up your eyes to be able to see everything. Now, I'm not saying don't date or not to be intimate with people, but what is your intent now?
I feel like when you're not intimate, you can really see people for who they are. It's a blinder for me.
You said blinder.
It's just like a blinder. If I'm intimate with somebody, my intuition is not as heightened as it would be. I miss red flags. Like,
Think about it. You like somebody,
mm-hmm.
and I'm not saying like the whole 90-day rule of
Right.
like, but withdraw from sex. As soon as you have sex, you rush into a situation where you no longer really care about learning that person because you just got the best version. You just got the best parts of them. So what else do I need to learn about you? I can, but realistically, do I have to?
Because once we have sex, we go together.
We go together. I mean,
We-
I'm like, hey,
We go together.
You ever get that far with me? Oh, we go together.
What's your mother's phone number? Because I'm trying to call my mother-in-law. We go together.
We go together. And people was like, it's just sex. I'm like, no, it's just sex to you. Porn. Anywho,
No, it wouldn't be intimate conversations if we didn't get into it. We finna get into it. We about to talk about things people do during sex that they don't know is binding. Soul contracts. All of it. We want to hear it.
you funny. All of it.
All of it.
And I'm going to break it down. Eye contact is intimacy. Penetration with eye contact, intimacy. Changing, swapping saliva binds you. Period sex. A lot of people like they learn from it. I'm reading the comments. I understand people starting to understand what period sex is, but the youth, they don't really get it.
No.
It's a blood contract. One of y'all gonna be crazy. One of y'all gonna be obsessed. Hair, locking hair, touching hair.
Now, I didn't know about the hair. Tell me about the hair. What do you mean locking hair? Like I'm asking for a piece of your hair? Break it
Or
down for the
just
people
that-
in the
just-
back.
just the
Like, what do you
hair.
mean hair?
Our hair is our ether, right? It's our spiritual connection. It's a part of us. So we're connecting physically with our hands, our lips. Hair is included with that as well.
Mm.
Because we get downloads and we feel energy. You feel energy when you're in somebody's hair. You like your hair being pulled. Why? Now let's talk about it.
You know.
But no, it's all a ritual. Sex altogether is a ritual. But do you want to do that with that person? Do you know what you're doing with that person? What's your intent with this person long term? And there's people out here that understand tantra, people that understand sex magic, and they gonna watch you and they gonna look at you fold. Because now I'm creating a victim. I got a little puppet.
You know, because sometimes people just want to, they want to try it out.
My ego needs to be
My
fed.
ego wanted to try it out
My ego
before.
wants to be fed, and he hungry, and he looking at you,
And now that man's stuck on stupid.
and now she crazy,
Mm.
and I don't care.
And they don't know why.
And I don't care.
What about spitting wine or liquor in somebody's mouth?
Spitting wine, spitting liquor.
The
A
same
lot of
thing
people
as
just
spitting in
do
somebody's
the
mouth.
Same
Mm.
thing.
But what if he look you in your eyes and he say, spit on it? Mm.
What you gonna do?
I mean, I mean, don't ask me, but what they gonna do, I don't know. But is that binding?
Yes. Yes.
So you want me to tell the ladies don't spit on it?
Hey, just know what you're getting yourself into. If it's just for fun, think about it. It's a contract. You sign a contract, verbal contract. This mine. Hit it like this. Tell me it's yours. Tell me you want it. It's verbal agreements. people don't understand verbal agreements. I'm like, once I can get you to admit, and then I could exchange all of this energy within you. That's why you crazy, and that's why y'all had that. You ain't about to do me like this. You think you about to have me like this, frontal in the back? Like, yeah. Like, y'all did that whole little way because the energy he gave you, and he had no intent of making you his girl or his wife. Now you crazy. Yeah,
One
you
hand
should
on the
be.
frontal.
Cause you out, yeah, cause you out here doing rituals with people that you don't want to be with, but you just want to have that dopamine rush. Take that all that energy and pour it back into you.
Mm-hmm.
You creating your own demons. You out here creating your own soul attachments.
So sex should still be sacred. I feel like it's sacred. I just feel like people are out here very relaxed and chill with it. Everybody going meet to meet, wall to wall.
When you fully know yourself, you know that you're sacred. And you know what energy that you're capable of giving other people. And you realize everybody not privileged enough to experience that. And some people call it bougie, some people call it stuck up. I'm like, no, it's okay to be selfish with your energy. It's okay to understand that just because you want me don't mean you deserve me. Mm-hmm. Somebody got to have standards. Somebody do.
Somebody's got to bring back the standards. Like, where are the standards? Like, absolutely. So what you think about tantric sex? Or yab-num meditation? You ever tried it?
Yeah.
How amazing is it?
Okay. It's different. I will only do tantra with someone that's like-minded because I don't want to create somebody that's obsessed with me. So tantra is like having the same level of understanding what sex is and what's our intent with it. If we're not on that same level of experiencing, I can't do it with you.
You're not messing with it.
I see what it looks like, and let's just say women can rape men too. We just don't say nothing about it because let's just say I want to have sex and you tell me no. I'm supposed to obey. No, she doesn't want to have sex. You fall back. As a man, that's what you're supposed to.
Right.
You drunk. You come home from a brunch date.
Bottomless mimosas is on.
Wait, he ain't really in the mood for it, but you're a woman, so you're aggressive. You're strong, but he's strong enough. Like, nah, don't touch me. I'm not in the mood, but he's going to cave because you're a woman, and that's what you want. It's not looked at as the same, and how dare you deny her sex? Oh, I can't have boundaries these days. Boundaries is only for women.
That would be a double standard, but there's a lot of double standards.
But that's what I mean about tantra.
Yeah,
doing that with somebody that's not equally yoked with you would create that energy. And I'm learn how to take rejection.
That's hard for a lot of people.
Part of shadow work.
They can't handle it.
And then you can't handle dating.
That part.
If you can't handle rejection, be by yourself.
And so everybody leading with sex first. You made a video about that. Like leading with sex first, like from the root chakra when it should be done in the opposite direction.
Yeah, I got a lot of flack for that.
What? You get a lot of slack for a lot of stuff. Why?
The way I think is not. I'm not supposed to talk the way I talk. I'm simping. I'm giving women too much power when I'm telling men to heal. When I'm telling, because I'm on both sides. I come for women all the time too, but it's more of a just like my platform. They want me to speak a certain way and not tell the truth.
So as much love as you get a lot of hate too.
No, it's equal. It's definitely equal.
But for real, like for the people that like leading with sex versus not leading and trying to get like a real connection.
Starting from the root chakra. I had made a video saying like if you lead with sex, it's gonna end in sex. Everybody want to have it's a term called sebisexual. I just learned that within like past 2-3 years. I had to be mentally stimulated. That starts from the crown. So that's why I came out. I'm like, maybe we should go from the crown down, then back up, because starting from the root up, the divorce rate is where it's at. The cheating rate is where it's at. So maybe it's time to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
So if I get to learn you, get to understand you, start developing telepathy, start having feelings for you, real feelings, instead of having sexual, lustful feelings for you, then we could connect on a deeper level. So when it's finally time to have sexual energy, I already love you. I don't love you just because what physically connection we have, but you spark every chakra in me that makes me want to interact with you on a whole nother level. Sex is just the icing on the cake.
Right. I get it. Absolutely.
So don't start with that. End with it. And then go up from it if it's meant to be. If it's not, be okay with the experience.
It is what it is.
Be okay with the experience.
Being okay with the experience.
Chokehold.
And look, people don't even talk about how, let's say you sleep with somebody that has no goals, financially messed up, like all areas of life messed up. They say women can harness people's energy quicker with their orgasms versus men, but men are learning how to do it.
We are learning how to do it. And the ones that know how to do it, women don't want to date.
Dangerous. Toxic. Stay over there with that. No, I'm not going to say toxic, but
it's more of
people will steal people will steal. Every orgasm, I'm thinking, I'm manifesting something. I'm sorry, I'm not wasting it.
I would say that women have a head start in the spiritual awakening, as they were supposed to. Men are catching up, and there's a lot of men that I know that has started to reach that level, but it's way more women. And the dating scene is changing. It's now no going to be longer how much you make, what you could do for me. Can you feed me spiritually, mentally? Can you lead me? If you can't lead me spiritually, you can't lead me at all.
Right.
And women want to naturally be guided. I'm not saying like y'all on the sexist level, but just offer some balance. Just you crave that masculine man that could lead you, because you want to be led.
Healthy masculine.
But if you somebody that could lead you without ego and understand your vulnerability and not manipulate and take it as weakness.
Wait, let me ask this. What does it look like when he's leading with his ego? Like, for real, what does that look like? Like, if people can't identify it, like, I feel like I come across a lot of toxic masculinity. What does that look like?
Leading with your ego, your pockets, your money. Then your money speak for you.
What else?
Sex. I don't want to hear what you're talking about. Let me just pipe you down real quick so you can shut up. And you dumb. Oh, that's what I want. He ain't hearing you. He not listening to you. Your dick dumb. He got you.
They digmatized.
Digmatized.
It happens to the best of us. Don't judge.
I'm not. Hey,
don't judge. It happens to the best of us.
But he paying this. He doing this. He took me out all the time for my birthday. He showing he love bombing me. He doing all the right things. But he only doing it to hold power. It's not equal. Because as soon as you step to him on another level and he don't know how to deal with his ego, he pulls back. He might go cheat on you because you got the audacity. Look what I done for you. How many times I make you orgasm? I run this. Ego. And then when she turns around and do it to you.
Oh, it's a problem. Men can't handle it. It's a big problem.
They can't handle getting their egos checked. Because, like I said, when the man got money and he could pick any woman he wants, he feel like he's untouchable.
Mm-hmm.
Till Lori Harvey works in your life.
Shout out
Wait,
to Lori Harvey because
I
she
respect her. I love that woman.
it's giving.
I also get cussed out because that's a woman that understands the game. Look who her dad was.
Right, of course. I wouldn't expect anything less.
But your ego has to be in check because she can do what she can. She has the power to get who she wants. You also have the same power too, but it's the reason why it's looked at her differently because how dare you stand up for yourself? How dare you have? How dare you love yourself?
Right.
How dare you have honor and respect yourself on a whole nother level and not let a man control you?
Mm. So let me ask you this: in when people are getting to know one another in the talking phases,
Talking phases.
whatever people want to call it, you feel like they shouldn't be having sex?
No. It's going to cloud the judgment of the person. How can I get to know you if I'm having sex with you? I don't care about your day.
About how long you think?
I won't even put a time limit on it.
All right.
But it's more of a just. I always say it's all about your intent.
Mm.
I done had women that it was that in the beginning that was the jump off, and then wanted to lead into something else. I was like, I already categorized you.
She done already been put in the short term bucket.
Now you got to get friends on because, like, how dare you step out your.
You done already friend zoned her, and she
But
she want to come over to the other side.
I'm just telling you that what sex gets you.
So because if you have sex too soon, something about what he was interested in, or intrigued about is no longer there. It fizzles out very rapidly.
I just tweeted the other day. I'm like, do he still love you after he released?
Yeah, I saw that.
Do he?
I mean, well, Lil
Do you
Wayne
feel the
said it
same?
best. As soon as I come to my senses.
I come
So
to my senses. So I was just like, are you the senses? Like, but that's why I say love that person before that. So now that just empowers the love instead of being the center of it. So think about how many women remove sex. I'm on my healing journey. I say you cannot be in a relationship with somebody that's on their healing journey. Because that person is shape shifting. That person is changing. That person is not who they were.
right.
And you might not even like this new person who they are. And I guarantee you're not on the journey with them. So shadow work and relationship do not go together.
So two people cannot be in a relationship and on their healing journey at the same time.
No. Why would you want to be? Because now I'm battling me in you. I mean, if you want to do that, I think you are enough. How many people are afraid to be with their own thoughts at night?
A lot.
But you want to, okay.
A lot.
But okay, you got it. You got it. Let me shut the fuck up. You got it.
A lot of
You
people.
can't even deal with you at night, but you want to go deal with his demons too.
Right. And add something else to the mix. That part.
Let's be for real.
Let's be for real.
So no, healing journey. I mean, we always on the healing journey. We always going to be forever healing and realizing triggers. But you get to a point where you know how to handle it because it never stops. Bad days never stop. You just know how to handle it better. I did this analogy not too long ago. I'm like, you're 19, you get a flat tire on the freeway. You don't have a spare tire. It's a bad day. You got to get a tow truck.
Right.
Might not have money for a tow truck, so your car's stranded there. Might get picked up from the police. It's a bad day. Fast forward to your 30. You have the same situation happen, flat tire. But now you got AAA. You might got a husband, somebody that could come help you. So the bad day that it was at 19 is not the same bad day at 30 because you matured. Life happened. Now you know how to handle situations better. So I tell people, that's with anything.
Right.
But you gotta allow yourself to get to that point. And if you continue to bury yourself or trap yourself with someone else that might not even be on the same journey as you, is going to hinder you.
Yeah.
So get to know who you are first. Then date. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Just take a step back. Everybody just want to fuck. Everybody just want to.
Nobody is taking time for themselves and to check in with themselves, regardless of spirituality. Like, nobody is taking time. They just out here hopping from relationship to relationship, situationship to situationship.
And since I'm on my platform, I had to go on the celibacy journey because I get it. I get how y'all open up y'all DMs and it's flooded with just. I'm on that end with women.
Oh, I could imagine.
So it's just like I had to go on this journey. If not, I'd be in a different city every week. Like I had no self control.
No self control. Like just out here.
I tell you, I could speak in the mic with this. Ain't nobody had me.
Ain't nobody had you.
Not this year.
Not the year. Not this year. Last year, but not this year.
No, but for real, like when you make that statement and you know, like the power of knowing that you could hold that energy, it makes people want you even more. It's just like
it does. Like, wait, how are you handling all this?
I'm almost empty.
He looking around like another drink, please.
It's not easy. I would be a lie.
People just be in my DMs talking to themselves.
But see, I could tell the difference from something real and somebody just chasing the fantasy.
They like the idea of you.
Because people that know me, you sure you?
You sure you ready?
You sure you want to this?
They not. It's not what they want.
It's different levels. I might smile a lot, but you don't know what's behind the smile. You don't know what I had to go through to be able to smile.
Right.
And that person is still there. I have my dark days.
We all do.
But can you handle it? Probably not.
So why are you single? What you waiting for? What you looking for? Well, don't tell us what you looking for. You should never tell. I definitely don't want you to tell the world what you looking for.
An alien.
Why are you single? Because I'm sure the girlies want to know.
Why am I single?
You waiting for a goddess?
I have options of goddesses. There's no shortage of that, and I'm just not being arrogant. It's just I get it. It's more of a where am I at in life? A relationship is a distraction. I don't have the time to give you. The time I want to give you, I need to get to myself right now. I'm building my castle. I'm building my kingdom.
That's understandable.
So I don't have the time to nurture your. I know how. I don't have the time to though.
It's not at the top of your priority list. Other things are.
I mean, I create intimacy. Man, I'm human.
Of course.
But to the point of building with you, this whole what you bring to the table. Let me finish setting my table.
You still building the table?
Let me still.
You still crafting it?
Yeah, I'm still doing me.
Okay, that's understandable.
And you're gonna get caught up in the scramble of me doing me.
Okay.
I know, respectfully, I'm not looking for that. But you want to have some fun and you want to enjoy the ride.
What kind of fun?
If you want to have some fun, some good,
like hang out and go on a date type of fun.
Just, we could chill without penetration. I can.
I'm not denying it. I hear you.
So it's like, but a woman, my regular is a relationship.
I got you.
My dating lifestyle is a commitment.
I got you.
And I'm just like.
But look, when you do and you are in a relationship, because I'm asking for the girlies, what's it like being laid down by God?
That's my ex.
Huh? What?
I said, ask my ex.
Did you mumble ask my ex? What's it like being laid down by God?
That's a trap. That's a trap.
Now you said I'm trapping you.
That's a trap because, like, I don't want to see women be like, I fantasize about that, so I need every man to be like that. She only asking me.
I'm only asking you specifically.
So don't go be like, send this to your man. Be like, this, I want you to be like that. Don't do that. I got enough energy coming at me. She's only asking me. And like I said, I'm an alien. So I'm going to give you an alien response. Somebody that gets you on an internal level. Women say I'm not a mind reader. But if I pay enough attention, enough detail, I can.
Mm.
I know when you want to be touched. I know when you crave my energy. Just off your reaction. You might like she doing too much. Or maybe you're not doing enough. Somebody you don't have to worry about. Somebody that loves you literally unconditionally. As in I love you, your shadow self, your inner child, your unhealed version of yourself that you still learning. I see you.
Mm.
I respect you. I honor you. I want to commit to growth with you. Not commit to you, but commit to growth with you. As soon as you decide you don't want to grow no more, that's when I go my opposite way. Someone that you can just, when someone gives you a hug and you just drop your weight in them every day. I'm here. I'm your best friend. I'm your lover. I'm your therapist. Massage therapist.
That's dope.
Yoga therapist. Tantra therapist.
Heavy on a tantric therapist.
Heavy.
Real heavy.
If you can handle it. But that's the energy I come with. So for a person to be able to handle all of that, you have to be the best version of yourself.
Right.
Key word, no attachments.
Mm. Okay. And so, look, we about to wrap this up.
Okay.
So, but tell everybody where they can find you on social media and where can they purchase the book.
Oh, got you. Well, my name on all platforms is Shadow Soul. I'm Googleable. You could Google me. But Shadow Soul __ on TikTok. Same on Twitter. And Shadow Soul with 2 L's _ on Instagram. And you can find Should My Best Friend Be My Wife on Amazon. And I have my own website, Sacred Drip. You can find it in my links. I have a link tree. And yeah, that's all I want to share.
That's it. I'm so glad you came. Thank you for coming.
Oh yeah, my auntie will cuss me out if I did not. She made me this custom hoodie.
Cause where you repping?
It's called Sneak Him Head.
What is it called?
Sneak Him Head.
Oh, okay. And what city you repping?
Detroit.
He came all the way to the A from Detroit.
I did.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.